I mean, I'm not surprised if Conor McGregor from...
No way. No
Oh, yeah,
way.
it's gotta be.
Oh, this is
It's
gonna
gotta be,
crazy.
man. You can't play Conor if you're... Unless you're... You know, like, you gotta. You just gotta. The stat difference is too good, man.
You know what I think this is? This is a message to each other. They're saying, who's the better striker? I'll pick Conor. You pick Conor. Let's stand in there and prove to the world who is the better striker here, Pryoxis. Let's go.
I mean... I hope so.
I mean, that's what they're setting up for, Bailey. And 2 Conor picks? Would you grapple with Conor? I mean, you can.
No,
but...
I mean, well, we'll see. I don't think there'll be any grappling, but yeah, like if your opponent picks Conor in ESFL in the semi-finals of the 8-man tournament, you got to pick Conor McGregor. You don't have a choice. Like you do.
Right.
Like there's no other way you're gonna compete with him on the feet.
Definitely not.
But for those of you again who are unfamiliar, we've got Pryoxis over here in the blue gloves. He is much more of an outside counter fighter. Although, you know, these guys can be working on their game, expect him to mix stuff up, but traditionally that's where Pryoxis likes to be on the outside, slipping, ripping, pull countering with that straight. We're going to see a lot of that pull counter straight. Kenetic, man, he'll just put it on you, man, in a whirlwind of deceit, of setups, and he'll catch you with things that you don't even expect, man. He'll have head kicks coming out of nowhere. He's got you thinking about something else, and he switches up with those head kicks. So, you know, and we've seen Kenetic be in a lot of different situations. So if Pryoxis is winning early, don't expect the fight to be over, man. Kenetic finds a way to win every single time.
Yeah, we saw Kenetic in a controversial fight against Matty Ice. It looked like he was sort of losing there, and then he comes back and just finds a way to win. It's almost like he's always thinking 4 or 5 steps forward, like you were saying, always setting up something.
Indeed. Here we go. Touch of gloves. Pryoxis in the blue gloves. Kenetic NRG in the red gloves. This is actually happening right now. Here we go. There's the head movement from Pryoxis. There's that pull counter coming out already. And Kenetic mimicking here. Kenetic fighting orthodox stance here. Pryoxis content in that southpaw on the outside. A few shots to the body, but look at this head movement from Pryoxis. Really trying to utilize with that rear uppercut sneaking through there for Kenetic.
Yeah, a little pressure coming out from Kenetic right here. And Pryoxis is using good feints here. Ooh, big leg kick.
Yeah, leg kicks will definitely become a factor. Ooh. We saw Kenetic really use those leg kicks in effect against Matty Ice. That's really what won him that fight. At the end, those leg kicks just started adding up a lot, and Pryoxis got to be careful of that. Got to be prepared to check on the outside. There's the 1-2. Oh, that uppercut sneaking through there. He's got to just watch out for that rear uppercut. And look at Kenetic, man, throwing the feints out a lot when he knows the strike's on the connect, not even committing. Those uppercuts, oh, good job, ripping to the body there. Pryoxis getting a couple of shots there, needs to reset, eats that leg kick, and here comes Kenetic, man, and he's just mixing up so well. You don't know what's coming, you got to defend all parts of your body. Pryoxis just looking to land a counter here, but Kenetic just mixing up his attack so well, Rob.
Yeah, Pryoxis always seems to start off a little slow in his fights, but he always makes great
slip.
reads later on. And needs to defend that leg, because Kenetic's abusing that front lead leg right now.
Yeah, inside and outside, but good job getting a slip off there, because he sees that uppercut coming, usually at the end of a third punch combo. Man, Kenetic using no pull counter against him, land the uppercut, nice one to the body as well. Pryoxis coming forward now, trying to land that double jab. Yeah, beautiful body kick there, Rob. And the inside leg kick as well.
And Pryoxis is coming forward here, taking the center of the octagon, getting into Kenetic's face, keeping good spacing.
Yeah, doing a good job of sticking and then moving. Sticking and then moving. Rather than just moving and countering, sticking and moving. It seems to be a little bit working a little bit better for him the second half of this round here. But Kenetic's definitely landing the bigger shots. Pryoxis is making him swing and making him miss a little bit. But yeah, Kenetic landing the big shots here. And remember, this is a 3-round fight, guys. This is not a main event. This is a 3-round fight.
Yeah, and Pryoxis does not seem to be throwing or utilizing his... Kenetic is definitely using all the tools in his toolbox. Throwing that leg kick out might be the difference in this fight. Yeah,
Kenetic just catching Pryoxis with a couple of punches right on the end here, and Kenetic mixing up really well between throwing 2 shots and 3 shots and even 4 shots. So Pryoxis goes to counter, but Kenetic's still throwing sometimes and catching him. Pryor needs to just find his rhythm here. There's the outside leg kick again. He's eating a few of those here. Trying to duck in there. Kenetic trying to land that big right hand, and that right uppercut sneaking through here sometimes as well.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that this wasn't a 5-round banger, but 3 rounds they're going to be definitely being a little bit more active in this fight because it is only 3 rounds.
Yeah, Kenetic doing a great job just trying to bait Pryoxis in here. He's almost using the jab, not even to set up his own strikes, but using the jab to bait Pryoxis into throwing and then already slipping and countering after Pryoxis is throwing at him. So he's not even using the jab to set up his own strikes. He's kind of jabbing to be ready to slip and counter.
The defense on these guys is insane. I mean, they're both throwing good strikes and they're both blocking each other's strikes and barely getting a punch here and there.
That's like a feeling out round. you know, where they definitely were testing the waters with each other here. Like, I don't know if these guys have fought before, but definitely two clashes of styles here mixing up. And you see Kenetic's whirlwind of attacks just coming from all over the place, really mixing it up here. And we'll see, touch the gloves again. Pryoxis staying in that southpaw stance, eats that outside leg kick and the uppercut coming straight through the middle here.
Pryoxis gets a nice jab, but eats that straight afterwards.
Yeah, he's just having a hard time making the reads on those pull counters. He's trying to go for it, but Kenetic's just not there. And now gets his own pull counter off. That's better by Pryoxis there. It's really hard to find him, but look at the block of Pryoxis, really down.
Ooh, taunting by Pryoxis.
I don't know if it was taunting. Animation reset there, double head slip. Managed to get on the inside here. Kenetic's doing a lot of leading with that jab, but he's also leading with that leg kick. And if you're not going to block low, you need to slip that jab. That's come out 3 or 4 times now. But you got to be careful. Do not slip to the left-hand side. You will eat that right-hand uppercut that he's throwing straight up there as well. And Kenetic showing off his head move as well. A beautiful job. Knows when he lands, he continues to follow up. He doesn't stop throwing strikes. He keeps throwing.
Look how beautiful this fight is. They're both like in the phone booth slipping and just barely getting out of the way of the strikes. Wow.
Pryoxis getting some good shots off there. Really landing a couple of good strikes. Oh, that uppercut lead hook coming out here. Pry doing a great job though. Yeah, you're saying staying in that phone booth and slipping there. He's checking those leg kicks.
Finally manages to check one of Kenetic's leg kicks. So switches stances here, going orthodox, switching it up a bit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get away from that rear right uppercut that's slipping right up down the middle. He's eaten just one too many times here. And now that right hand setting up a nice channel for him, just over the top instead of up through the middle. And Kenetic's really doing a great job. Look at Kenetic's distance. You know, he's always just on the edge of his own strikes, always ready to be in range and throw. And his positioning and foot positioning is fantastic.
I've fought Kenetic, and that is something he utilizes well. Just right there, he can't be hit, but he could hit you, it seems like, every time.
Yeah, Pry doing a little bit of a better job this round, but not landing as many strikes as Kenetic, who then comes back in with the 1-1-2, gets out, has his block up, keeps his stamina nice and high, and comes back with those leg kicks. Pry probably doing a good job making that switch early to stop those leg kicks, Rob.
Yeah, Balian, it's like hard for Pry to get in on Kenetic. This defense is just so impressive here. You can't get in on him.
Yeah, he's trying, man. And we haven't seen much of Pry's sort of sit back style. You know, Kenetic, I think if he fought like that against Kenetic, he just wouldn't land anything on him. So definitely a good idea to switch it up and come forward a lot. But you know, Kenetic just not there to be hit, like you said. Pry doing a good job now, sort of slinging some combos together and trying to just throw a bit more unorthodox, but there gets caught slipping off, and Kenetic lands that rear uppercuts. The first rock coming out, the block is so low, and Pry's down here. His block is still low, gets straight back up. His head's down, he needs to stay down for a second, doesn't, and that's it. Kenetic, second round, TKO, dominant performance, Rob, dominant performance.
Yeah, Pry hung in there really well. It's, looked real technical and just ate a big shot. And it seems like when Kenetic hurts you, he knows how to finish you. He knows how to finish you, and he breaks that block with precision and finishes the fight, man.
Yeah, I mean, Pry trying to jump straight back up there, but I mean, maybe he could have tried to stay on the ground a little bit to let his block and his head recover, but he got dropped. He got straight back up, and his head and his block was down, and Kenetic all over him there, and just finished the fight. Clinical fashion, man. I'm impressed. I mean, we've seen Kenetic. We've seen Kenetic with a few of these fights now at ESFL, and some of those fights have been slightly closer than I would initially expect coming out from that #1 player in the world, but that was 1 versus #2, guys, and you just saw it there. Like, the way he finished that fight, Pryoxis, good job, played his game, but the way that Kenetic finished that fight, man, just, that's what I've kind of been expecting from him since, day one, and he's sailing in now and just cleaning up. We'll see. I'm excited, man. I'm excited because we're going to find out who he's fighting in the final, Rob.
I know. I'm just thinking, who's going to beat Kenetic? I mean, Pryoxis had so much hype behind him. He's training nonstop. He's great, a phenomenal striker, and he gets dropped in round 2 by Kenetic. Kenetic is still the GOAT and maintains his position on top in the ESFL. Balian. Wow.
So just looking at those stats here really quickly, we'll switch back just so you guys can see it there. 13 strikes to 49 over the course of the fight here. So, yeah, just Kenetic really just sort of, I think, over the course, especially in that second round, just outlanding Pryoxis and just landing the bigger shots as well there. So, yeah, good fight, though. Good fight, but we got one fight left. We got